world, because even nuclear weapons are a product of education. Director of ceremonies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, government has demonstrated that the way to go is to promote a private sector-driven economy, except where there is market failure. This means that the private sector must assume the initiative and responsibility to roll government policy. This is not a new thing. It is the way for most progressive societies. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the fullest confidence that given space, time and resources, we can have a vibrant economy entirely driven by the private sector. Because, like Winston Churchill said, the empires of the future are empires of the mind. In the 21st century, we live in what we call knowledge-based economies, knowledge-based societies, and that can only be attained through education. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm aware that Gideon Robert University is one of the earliest private-owned institutions of higher learning, one of the highest private-owned institutions of higher learning. I'm also aware that some of the graduates of this university are serving our government in various schools and hospitals. I am well informed that students are enrolled from all over Zambia. Therefore, at this 6th graduation ceremony, we are all reminded that this institution has already made a huge contribution to the development of this country. I think they deserve a round of applause. This distinguished guest, ladies and gentlemen, shows that our people are well aware of the 7th National Development Plan, Vision 2030, and the sector plans in the Ministry of Higher Education. This also demonstrates that in the midst of all constraints arising in the business world, our people can stand up in resilience in the face of economic adversity. In fact, I just want to draw you to the word crisis. When you are in adversity, you are in crisis. The word crisis, when written in Chinese, has two meanings. The first meaning is danger. The second meaning is opportunity. So you can use to wallow and whine and cry in danger. But when you have a crisis, like now we have a very serious crisis called climate change, which has affected the productivity of the country in terms of food production, the energy sector, in terms of load shedding. When you have a crisis, intellectuals like yourselves have to look at it as a time for opportunity. Crisis always brings opportunities for innovation, for research, for a lot of other great ideas to solve today's challenges. To the university and the graduating students, I wish to reiterate the call by our President, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Zambia, Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, to the students in higher institutions of learning to be positive-minded and participate not only in academic and research activities, but also the societal challenges our people are faced with. There's a big difference between someone who is learned and someone who is educated. My late professor, Professor Chifumbe Chintu, may he so rest in peace, used to say that a learned person is someone who accumulates degrees, but an educated person is someone who not only accumulates degrees, but also becomes relevant to their society, relevant to solving society's challenges. We don't want business graduates who come up with ideas for failure, or engineers who come up with bridges which kill people. So you have to be relevant to your society. And I should also mention that most of the great inventions in the world that we are proud of today have been made by young academic, in fact some of them not even graduated, university students and young university graduates. We are all aware of a great company called Microsoft by Bill Gates, which was made when he was in second year at Harvard University. Steve Jobs, who made Apple, most of you have iPhones. Steve Jobs was a first year student when he created Apple. We have Mark Zuckerberg, who created Facebook. I think everyone is on Facebook. He was a second year student at university, came up with that great innovation called Facebook. And we have 2 PhD students from Stanford University, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, who created Google, the biggest search engine in the world. That is the power of academia, and that is being relevant to solving society's challenges. Universities comprise abundant resources that during school, curricula, and vacation times. During such time, students can offer services in health, safety, environment, literacy programs. Therefore, the practice of would-be scholars, leaders, and scientists to the idle way, vacation in alcohol, and anti-social programs must be eradicated by universities. What we need is a skills-based country, a skills-based educational system that will enhance the future of this country. Therefore, I challenge you all to identify vacation community services that will add value to your province. I should also ask them to mention that it saddens my heart to note that, dear colleagues, schools at all levels have become the latest target of fake news, which oftentimes attack government unnecessarily. Retrogressive elements in our society are posting those stories that they deem would turn the young generation against the government of the day. May I stress that universities are places of research, factual information, data, innovation, creativity, and not a destination for concocted stories and anarchy. I urge all students across the country to treat such stories as mere malicious propaganda and lies from those who will not appreciate our development whatsoever. Let me end my speech by urging you all graduates, as you join the working world, to be mindful of the needs of this country, the interests of the people of Zambia, and our nation of values. And let me quote what Malcolm Forbes said: "The purpose of education is to replace an empty mind with an open one." End of quote. There's a very big difference between an empty mind and an open mind. When you come to university, you have an empty mind. The lecturers put into you knowledge. By the time you graduate, you should have an open mind, not an empty one. That is how society progresses. And I also want to appeal to your patriotism. I mentioned earlier on that the greatest resource for any country is its human resources, especially the intellectual capital, the human capital. I want to quote what the former US President John F. Kennedy said, and I quote, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." End of quote. I wish you an enjoyable day and successful graduation ceremony, and have a good and bright future, because hard work indeed pays. And I end by saying that gold medals, all the people who have achieved the greatest things in the world, they get what we call gold medals. Gold medals aren't really made of gold. They are made of sweat, determination, and a hard to find alloy called guts. With those few words, I wish to thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. The guest of honor. This time around, may I call upon the leader of the traditional cultural group to get ready so that they can be able to entertain us in a couple of minutes. Traditional dancers, please, in double time. Manja, 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 manja. Tungu, 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 tungu. Ndieza kwasu zamanezi. Ndieza kwasu zamanezi. Ndiasa kana kwasu kongola mwana. Osatwena ndiye disco ya kwasu. Nozanga osachita breakdance ya Michael Jackson yayi uzatyoka kwa maana ndiye breakdance ya kwasu. Local is laka. Laka is local. Kule huyo ukala ulimba baba, shota hayati ukala ulimba, press up hiyo ditu sikomo nditu para bwino sure kasha ibwela lomba abola omusinja pamala uyo omusinja bawo masikwano ni jenda anakazi nao okwira nshito nditu apo alusinja ina nshito ya mula hii lomba akazi ya joina otenga mdaliso kwa kulwalu kuta dalise agwirako chabe guest of honor ndiye mdaliso meneyo. That's the blessing of the tradition. First of all, to bless and of course invite the guest of honor. Manja! Thank you. The guest of honor is going to stretch his muscles. The guest of honor is stretching his muscles with a pounding stick. The man down there doesn't feel anything, it's believed. The chief executive officer is also supporting the activity. The deputy vice chancellor is also stretching his muscles. The man is still saying it's not enough. He's still alive. He's still alive. This is awesome. Quite amazing. Quite amazing. Quite amazing. Michael Jackson amzambia namenao. Nditu. Our good ladies. That is the skill we need to become traditionalists. That's how it's supposed to be. Thank you very much. Manja. Thank you very much, our brothers and sisters, for having entertained us for a couple of minutes. Those are our local traditional dances. They are readily available in our country. May I invite the Director, Research and Postgraduate Studies, Dr. Maimbo Arthur, the Director, Postgraduate Studies and Research, Dr. Maimbo Arthur, to present the graduates. A hand, please. A hand, please. Thank you. Dr. Maimbo, sir.
Honorable guest of honor, may I call the Vice Chancellor to authorize for the call and presentation of the PhD category students. Thank you.
Let the candidates be called to the front.
May I now exercise this rare honor and privilege to present the candidates for the possible award of PhD or in Doctors of Philosophy category. Now, as I call your name, please you move up front as we prepare ourselves to usher you in the category of doctors. The first graduate to be presented is Mr. Fabian Michael Kausen with a possible award of Doctor of Philosophy in Agricultural Education. Mr. Kausen. The next one is Mr. Patrick Pili. Mr. Patrick Piri. Mr. Patrick Piri with Doctor of Philosophy in Adult Education.
When you call one, you read his citation.
Okay. Mr. Fabian Kauzen, who is coming to be conferred with the Doctor of Philosophy in Agriculture Education, was born on 28 September 1973 at St. Joseph's Mission Hospital in Kalurushi District, Copperbelt, in the Republic of Zambia. Mr. Kauzen started his early childhood education in 1980 at Kafuu Welfare. Then he was enrolled in grade 1 in 1983 at the Kafuu Primary School within Kalurushi District. He sat for his grade 7 examination, grade 7 certificate examinations in 1989, and in 1991 he went to St. Joseph's Secondary School within Kalurushi for his secondary education, that was grade 8 to 12. In the year 2000, he went to train as a primary school teacher at Kitwe Teachers Training College in the Copperbelt province, where he was meritocracy certified as a primary school teacher in December 2001. On 6th June 2002, Mr. Kauzen was deployed at Kankunko Primary School. In December 2002 to January 2003, he was trained at NBIL Teachers Primary, he was trained in New Breakthrough to Literacy. In 2005, he was enrolled at Copperbelt University. He was enrolled at Copperbelt Teachers Training College, COSECO, to train as a teacher in mathematics, and he successfully completed his program in 2009. He joined Solusi University in Zimbabwe to pursue Bachelor of Education degree in Agribusiness in August 2010. He completed this program on 5th March 2015, where he graduated with a credit. In December 2015, Mr. Kauzen joined Gideon Robert University for his Master of Science program in Agriculture. On 23rd December 2016, he was conferred with Master of Science degree in Agriculture, Environmental and Sustainable Agriculture. In 2017, Mr. Kauzen was admitted to pursue his Doctor of Philosophy in Agricultural Education. For his Doctor of Philosophy, or PhD, research thesis, he carried out a research entitled An Evaluation of Viability of Farmer Input Support Program, or FISIP, on socio-economic impact through targeting and viability in Kalurushi and Rufanyama district of Copperbelt region of Zambia. The findings from his research were the relationship between quantities of input by the beneficiaries of FISIP was positively related with livestock holding and distances from rural feeder roads. The researcher's conclusion was that continuity of maize-centric policies is seriously undermining Zambia's ability to become a stronger player in regional agricultural sector. The researcher has the following recommendations. Zambia needs to retain a food policy and investment plan. Secondly, for the ongoing program to be effective, the government needs to intensify monitoring and evaluation of farmers who are beneficiaries of FISIP on the utilization of farming inputs. Mr. Fabian Michael Kauzen is here being presented for the possible award of Doctor of Philosophy in Agricultural Education. Is this one?
Mr. Patrick Piri was born in 1960 in Chikungumpa village in a family of 3 boys in Petauke district of Eastern Province, Zambia. He is married with 7 children, 6 girls and 1 boy. He started his lower primary school at Kasusu Lower Primary School. From Kasusu, he went at Kalambaukua, where he did his upper primary school. He was selected to do his secondary school education at Chizongwe Secondary School, where he completed his education. He started work in 1982 as a Community Development Assistant CDA with the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services under the Department of Community Development. In the same year, 1982, he was sponsored by the government to pursue a 1-year certificate course in community development at Monze Community Development Staff Training College. Upon completion, he was posted to work in Lusaka Province under Kafue District. Then he was later transferred to Chongwe District in the same capacity. In 1989, he was transferred to Luangwa District. In 1990, he was sponsored by the Norwegian Embassy to pursue advanced certificate in social development at President Citizenship College in Kabwe, former CCPC, the Mulungushi University facility currently known as Mulungushi University. Upon completion, he was promoted as a community development officer in Luangwa District. From 1996 to 2000, he was admitted at the University of Zambia, where he did a diploma course in adult education. Having completed the aforementioned studies, he was substantively promoted as a district community development officer. In 2001, he was promoted as a senior community development officer and transferred to Central Province. From 2003 to 2004, he was admitted at Development Studies Center at Kamanya Maina, Dublin, in Ireland, where he did his advanced certificate in development studies. Upon completion, he was transferred from Central Province to Ministry of Community Development headquarters in Lusaka. From 2005 to 2008, he pursued a bachelor's degree at Zambia Open University, Zau. In 2013, he did not only complete his master's, but was also promoted as a provincial community development officer. With great desire for knowledge, he was admitted at Gideon Robert University to pursue a 3-year Doctor of Philosophy program in adult education, PhD AE. This was in 2017. For his PhD thesis, Mr. Piri carried out a research entitled Examining the Factors Contributing to Illiteracy Levels Among Women in Choma District of Southern Province of Zambia. The findings of this research were that most of the women in Choma rural were illiterate, and because of that, most of the women development developmental projects were at standstill. The conclusion of this research was that illiteracy levels among women in Choma district were relatively high due to the following main factors: poverty, early marriages, and teenage pregnancies. The researcher made the following recommendations. Recommendation number 1, the establishment of community schools from 1 to 12, grade 1 up to grade 12, where there were no tuition fees involved. Point number 2, to introduce an adult literacy class in rural areas. Point number 3, to sensitize on the need for girl-child education, hence discouraging early marriages and teenage pregnancies. I therefore present Mr. Patrick Perry, whose, of course, citation and research findings has been read before the conferring authorities. Sir.
The third candidate is Mr. Julius Katai. Mr. Julius Katai. Julius Katai was born on 28 May 1976 in Kawamba district of Rapla province in the Republic of Zambia. He went to Kitwe College of Education in 2007, where he got his primary teaching certificate. Mr. Katai also went to Rusangu University in 2010, where he got his first degree in teaching secondary English language. Mr. Katai enrolled for his Masters of Art in Applied Linguistics, Science, and Education with Gideon Roberts University in 2014. He successfully completed his program in 2016 and enrolled further for his doctorate in 2017. Mr. Katai successfully completed his heavily supervised thesis looking at the topic, the perspective of teaching and learning in local languages in Zambia, a case study of Ichibemba. Mr. Katai joined the Ministry of Education in 2010. He was appointed as a class teacher at Lundinda Primary School in Chiyengi. Mr. Katai was appointed as a guidance teacher at Mununga Basic School in 2011. He was upgraded in 2015 as a secondary school teacher at Kawambwa Central Secondary School. Mr. Katai have been appointed as head of department for literature and languages at Timpembe Seventh-day Adventist Mission School since 2017, where he is currently serving. Now, Mr. Katai is being presented for the possible award of Doctor of Philosophy in Applied Linguistics with English. Mr. Mukuka is the next candidate to be presented for the possible award of Doctor of Philosophy in Applied Languages, in Applied Linguistics and English.
Doctor of Philosophy, Applied Linguistics. Mukuka Moses, BA Education, MA, with a title of thesis The Use of Ichibemba in Democracy, Remarks, and as a cant or a goat language in Zambia, and its effects on Bembas as an ethnic group. Mukuka Moses was born on 10th March 1971 in Chililabombwe. He did his primary education at Mulainshi and Musa Primary Schools in Kasama. He went to Kasama Boys Secondary School and completed his secondary education in 1990. In 1993, he went to Malcolm Moffat Teachers Training College for his primary teachers training. He later, in 2006, graduated with a Bachelor of Arts with education degree, with majors in English and linguistics and African languages from the University of Zambia. In 2012, he obtained a diploma in guidance and counseling and placement from the University of Zambia in association with Technical and Vocational Teachers College, TVTC. He studied also human resource management at certificate level with the University of Zambia. In 2016, he obtained his Master of Arts degree, MA in Linguistic Science from Gideon Roberts University, after studying for a period of 3 years. After training as a primary school teacher, he worked in Northwestern Province in Zambia, in Zambezi district, on first appointment at Rukungu Primary School. He was later transferred to Zambezi Day Secondary School on secondment in 1997. In 2006, he was transferred to Luapula Province in Samfya District, where he served at Samfya Secondary School and Luwe Boarding Secondary School. Currently, he is at Muyembe Secondary School in Kawambwa District. Apart from teaching, he is a part-time lecturer or tutor for the University of Zambia under the Department of Adult Education and Extension Studies. He is also coordinating the Kawambwa Center. He is also coordinating the Kawambwa Center for Gideon Roberts University, and he is lecturing at the same institute. He is also an education material book evaluator. A hand, please, just for that. Just for that. Thank you very much. Thank you. After training, Mukuka's PhD thesis studies various ways in which Ichibemba is used and how the use of Ichibemba in these many ways adversely affect Bembas as an ethnic group. The study considers the use of Ichibemba in derogatory remarks and as cant or apport languages. It looks at different groups of people who utter derogatory remarks: black marketeers, students, street children, prostitutes, marketeers, drunkards, cowboys, prisoners, and even ordinary people. It also looks at the use of Ichibemba by the marginalized people, the street beggars, the street children, the mentally ill, and the prostitutes. And then it looks at how thieves and black marketeers use Ichibemba in cant or argot language. It refutes the assertion or assumption that Bembas are sarcastic, insolent, thieves, street children, beggars, prostitutes, concerted black marketeers, and cowboys, after discovering that all tribes are involved in these vices and activities, it has found out that most people who are involved in such vices and activities use each member in their dealings. Hence, the labels is stuck on members. We should stop. We should stop. Furthermore, this study has endeavored the recommended and provide solution to this problem. That is, it's handy in the resuscitation of the lost good reputation of repute of members as an ethnic group. Once again, members can be held in high esteem just like any other ethnic group. This study is a must. This study is a must read to all those that genuinely uphold one Zambia, one nation, in which nation all ethnic groups are considered equal and with dignity. That is Moses Mukuka. Thank you very much, Mr. Mukuka. I will never speak Bemba if I don't know how to speak Bemba anymore.
The guest of honor, may I now present these 4 successful candidates for dressing and onward dealings. Thank you.
Now we are reaching the highest climax of our brothers to be conferred with the doctorate, the Doctor of Philosophy. To those of you who were here yesterday, we tried to articulate the meaning of Doctor of Philosophy. They are now being appreciated to graduate from just ordinary knowledge, but this time there is a component of wisdom. They have bought wisdom at a higher price. Therefore, they will have to show dignity, maturity, honestly in dealing with matters. That is the highest climax of ceremony at this level. I hope and feel every person, everyone shall be able to reach that height. That's the highest climax. The highest climax. Those who are so much touched, if you are so much touched, you can be able now this time shed the tears of joy because it has been a hard road to drive. Manja once more. Wisdom is what matters at that level. There they walk out from the podium after having been dressed. Manja! We're together. Very good. Very good. Very good. Well, let's the guest of honor take a seat. As you can see, somehow the step is changing of a doctor.
May I call the guest of the Vice Chancellor to confer the Doctors of Philosophy in Agricultural Education, Adult Education, Applied Linguistics, or Language with Education, and Applied Linguistics with Education on the 4 successful graduates.
By virtue of the authority vested unto me by the University Council, I hereby confer upon you, graduates, the Doctor of Philosophy degree of Gideon Robert University.
Thank you very much. Doctors in their own making. Manja again. Wish to see you one day here. It will be a good thing for you all. Thank you. Next presentation, sir.
The Vice Chancellor, may I continue with the list? Now, we are still on the PhD category. Kebi Mutetete. Kebi Mutetete. Mr. Kebi Mutetete is coming for the possible award of Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration Honorary CUSA. Kebi Mutetete. Mr. Herbert Mwanga. Herbert Mwanga is coming for the possible award of Doctor of Philosophy in Education, Leadership and Management, Honoris Causa. Mr. Kebi Mutetete was born on 14th October 1973. He is married, is Tonga, and a male. He has done massive and notable progresses or development and contributions. He has gone to various institutions. He has his qualifications from the list, which is grade 7 up to masters. He has his diploma in marketing and selling, advanced diploma in business economics and commerce, computer literacy certificate. He's got a certificate in project planning and management, advanced certificate in business administration and management, a certificate in social work. He's also got a bachelor degree in business administration from Cambridge. He's also got his master's. Achievements. He has assisted the district in assessing district investment funds, soliciting and marketing the southern region for donor funding. He is also responsible for the coordinating of multi-sector donor NGO development programs in the region, including their monitoring and evaluation. He is also water and sanitation project planning. He's also done strategic planning for HIV, facilitator training on project cycle activities for community-based projects. It's a project program planning and monitoring, strategic development, project management techniques, and many. Mr. Mutetete has done contribution which we have seen as worth recognizing. His research on CDF funds in local authorities. With the findings, the CDF can contribute to the economic development. Now, he has made 3 major recommendations, which we have noted here, being the first one as local authority should build capacity to manage CDF funds. The second recommendation is that MPs should not be involved in selection of committees. The third one is that there should be continuous monitoring and evaluation of CDF funds. Mr. Mtetete is being presented for the possible award of Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration, honorary or honoris causa. Herbert Mwanga. Herbert Mwanga is being presented for the possible award of Doctor of Philosophy in Education, Leadership Management, honoris causa or honorary. Mr. Mwanga Nkaso Herbert was born on 13 February 1962. He did his primary school at Siajitema School. Secondary, he went to Linda Secondary School. He had his tertiary training programs at David Livingstone Teachers Training College for primary teachers certificate. He went to Evelyn Horn College for diploma in education. He got his Bachelor of Education in secondary teaching, that is Zambia Open University. He also did teaching methodology, Bachelor of Education in Management in Pretoria, that's South Africa. He also did his master's degree at Zambia Open University. Achievements. As a lecturer at David Livingstone, where he is there as a vice principal, he also worked as a senior lecturer and the head of section at Dalis Education Standards. Okay, he's also worked as an ESO UGI, that's Educational Standards Officer for Siavonga. Mr. Mwanga Robert Kaso is being presented for a possible award of Doctor of Philosophy in Education, Leadership and Management, honoris causa or honorary. I now call the Vice Chancellor to have the candidates be dressed and consequently be conferred with the qualification.
That's another very exciting moment for our two brothers. Very exciting moments for our two brothers who are being conferred with Doctor of Philosophy, honoris causa, PhD, honoris causa. Those men have achieved so many things in the society. Their achievement has reached greater heights, which now has even been reckoned by a number of organizations. The government, the academic world have also appreciated most of their works. If you have heard from their rich CVs, They seem to have touched most of our brothers and sisters whose lives is in jeopardy. But they sacrificed their lives to ensure that certain challenges in the society are brought to light and able to advocate for the less privileged. They are great men in the operation of activities. Therefore, this day of 20th of December in this house, they are recognized for the greater jobs they have done in the society. For past many years, they have labored. They have shown that they can be able to do better and change people's lives in the communities, in the societies. Those are great men. Manja! Thank you very, very, very much. Those are tears of joy, greater heights. Those men are just awesome. Just awesome. Doctor of Philosophy, Honoris Causa. Thank you.
Hey, where are you going? I haven't yet conferred. You can as well go home. Okay. By virtue of my authority, I grant the honorary degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University to the two candidates presented today. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Doctor of Philosophy, Doctors, Honoris Causa. You forgive us for that mix-up. Deans, you should have done your job to direct those graduates. That's your job. You're supposed to have done that. I'm quickly reminded that there's supposed to be a traditional entertainment, but I must be instructed. Because of time, I am told we should be able to go ahead with our proceedings. May I, this time around, call upon Dr. Tishala to call upon the postgraduate students in the category of masters. Dr. Tishala, sir. Manja. Those are the next PhDs.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, I have the pleasure in introducing to you the following candidates who have qualified for master's programs at Gideon Robert University. Gilbert Nyango, Master of Education in Geography Education. Richard Mwale, Master of Arts in the Linguistic Sciences. Elijah Trawa, Master of Education Management. Answer Purity M, Master of Education, Management. Fly Frederick, Master of Education, Management. Luka Muhanga, Master of Science, Physics. Chlimunda Veron, Master of Education in Civic Education.
May I have one of the ushers, please, to get close at the high table?
Justus Nsokolo, Master of Science, Agriculture. Andrew Peary, Master of Science, Agriculture. Honorable Vice Chancellor,
One usher, please. May I have one usher in front?
I invite you. Honorable Vice Chancellor, I invite you to confer the degree at master's level on the students before you.
By virtue of the authority vested unto me by the University Council, I hereby confer upon you individually the master's degree of the university. Congratulations.
You may face the audience and, of course, get your seats. Congratulations, sir. May I hear the drum beating over there? The drum, please. The drum, the drum. May I also take this opportunity of presenting a lonely student whose name is Jotam Hamenda in the Department of Postgraduate and Research Studies. Jotam Hamenda. Jotam Hamenda. This man is very overwhelming in the Department of Biosciences and Technology. We also have another one. No, we want the masters. Yeah, yes. Who is that one now? That is another. Yeah. That is Brother Jotam Hamenda. Jotam Hamenda is a very, very credible young man. I must personally say I taught this young man in my department. Master of Science degree in biochemistry. He's a very overwhelming young man. He's very amazing. Please, would you line up for your conferment? We appreciate you being so excited. Brothers, would you first of all leave this man and finish his celebrity period of time? Please, would you kindly leave this man first of all to complete the proceedings? I really honor you, young man. I wish you more days and prosperity. Followed by Muia Namayo, another credible young man. Another credible man. Mr. Muia is credible. This man, his tremendous performance is really amazing, quite amazing. In the supply chain management, we believe in buying and of course selling. These are the masters. Thank you.
By virtue of the authority vested unto me by the University Council, I hereby confer upon you the master's degree of Gideon Robert University. Congratulations.
Congratulations, brothers, for that outstanding performance. On my behalf, may I congratulate the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Justus Nsokolo, for the tremendous performance in the school. We thank you, sir. On my behalf, may I hear the drum beating over there? Out of curiosity, I know he told me not, but my heart is really, really touched. I must thank you, my divisional commander. Thank you very much. May God bless you. One day, to be a blessing to see you over there. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Another drum beating over there. Thank you very much. That's how we honor such type of people in our tradition. Sorry for that, sir. But we must be able to reckon the presence of the command in our midst. Thank you, sir. Manja! This time around, may I call upon Mr. Olanya Ibrahim Wadia to present the graduates before the conferring authority. Mr. Wadia Ibrahim Olanya Wadia, please forward.
Honorable and Vice Chancellor, sir, it's my honor to present to you the candidates for degree in education. Amy Mwitwa, Bachelor of Science in Agriculture with Education. Priska Mulenga, Bachelor of Science in Agriculture with Education. Safia Mukanya, Bachelor of Arts with Education, English and Geography. Anthony Chikonde, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education. Yoela Nicodemus, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education. Yoela Brenda, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education. Oliver Gatete, Bachelor of Science in Education with IT. Kenneth Mubiana, Bachelor of Education in Educational Management. Mutonge Ronald, Bachelor of Arts with Education in English and Geography. Ndumba Gilbert, Bachelor of Arts with Education, Mathematics and Civic Education. Saketeti Gilbert, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education. Davis Mulenga, Bachelor of Education in Secondary Education. Mwinde Siabulo, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education. Martin Chileshe, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education. Naomi Kapotwe, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education. Clara Muwita, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education. Mulunga Chilele, Bachelor of Science in Education, Biology and Chemistry. Regina Mutetwa, Bachelor of Education. Makamwe Mwandini Salima, Masters in Social Security. Jessica Daniel Marifo, Bachelor of Education. Chola Chisuka Patrick, Bachelor of Arts with Education, Religious Education and Civic Education. Oti Malambo, Bachelor of Education in Primary Education. Alfred Hapama, Bachelor of Arts with Education in English. Vice Chancellor, sir, those are the candidates for bachelor's degree in education.
Hey, we're waiting for you. By virtue of the authority vested unto me by the University Council, I hereby confer upon you individually and severally the bachelor's degree of Gideon Robert University. Congratulations. At this point, may I ask you to move your torso that is on your right side to the left side. Thank you very much. You may take your seats.
May I now present the candidates for Diploma in Secondary Teachers Education. Kai Nalavwe, Mukanga Ngombe, Wayne Zambwe, Delphine Kayai, Ndumba Esther, Mtonga Doreen, Messi Sonda, Aida Chisanga, Mumba Gift, Florence Perry, Mambwe Gift, Nalumino Mulambwa, Frank Silungwe, Clement Imbewe, Raymond Mwale, Ganizani Zulu, Ukweto Kabuswe, Rachel Nanyangwe, Cecilia Bota, Brenda Sakala, Aida Chisanga. Fatness Lungu, Pauline Moya, Golden Silwamba. Diploma in Primary Education. Rebecca Banda, Nancy Sibwalia, Cynthia Lupapula, Natasha Mulenga. Early Childhood Education, Sharon Tembo. Diploma in Teaching Methodology. Charity Chancellor Penias Fewa, Postgraduate Diploma in Teaching Methodology, David Chanda. Vice Chancellor, sir.
Instead of me coming here. Invested annually by the University Council, I hereby confer upon you individually and severally the diploma of Gideon Robert University. Congratulations. You may have the voice.
May I present the following candidates in their categories, and we apologize for not have done this earlier. Aida Butete Stenge, Bachelor's in Educational Management and Leadership. Master's in Educational Management and Leadership. Makame Mwadini Silima, Master's in Social Security.
We would like to apologize for that mix-up. However, feel free. You may line up down there. You may line up down there for conferment before you take your seats. Right, just there.
By virtue of the authority vested unto me by the First Council, I hereby confer upon you individually the master's degree of University.
No, these ones were finished. So we start with this, then I do this. May I present the following candidates in their categories? Ishmael Watipa, Bachelor of Education; Monde Nyama, Bachelor of Agriculture; Mulea Prince Perekelo, Bachelor of Arts in Computer Studies with Education; Banda Kennedy, Bachelor of Education, Geography and Physical Education. Vice Chancellor, sir.
Very quickly, please, if you notice that your name is not appearing or has not been called, please let us know on double time before we go further. Before we proceed, please may I have the names of those who have not been called. Graduates, line up just down there, waiting for your conferment, attentively.
May I proceed with the School of Agriculture? Kelvin Mwemba, Diploma in General Agricultural Management. Malata Banda, Diploma in General Agricultural Management. Veronica Sikoviso, Diploma in General Agricultural Management. School of Business. Bettina Munyambo, Bachelor of Arts in Banking and Finance. Luca Piri, Bachelor of Accountancy. Precious Ngwengwe, Bachelor of Accountancy. Davis Mumba, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Makgari Nonge, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Nicole Silembe, Bachelor of Arts in Development Studies. Dinilson Alei, Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Lucia Poto, Diploma in Human Resource. Diploma in Business Management. Timothy Mwava, Diploma in Business Administration. Naomi Banda, Diploma in Business Administration. Claudina Banda, Diploma in Business Administration. Andrew Mfika Wembia, Diploma in Project Management. Lasiwe Ndlovu, Diploma in Business Administration. Claudie Longwani, Diploma in Business Administration. Venom Daka, Diploma in Corporate Governance. Rachel Chanda, Diploma in Business Administration. Solomon Soko, Diploma in Business Administration. Mpundu J. Chitoshi, Diploma in Transport and Logistics. Mtonga Doreen, Diploma in Social Works and Management. School of Natural Sciences, Doraze Banda, Bachelor of Science in Forensic Science. Okay. Yes. For conferment before the other category comes in. Doraze Banda, the only student in Bachelor of Science in Forensic Sciences in the University of Gideon Robert University, one and only. Besnat Sakala, Diploma in Biochemistry. Kawe Alex, Bachelor of Science in Occupational Safety and Health Environment. Chanda Peter, Bachelor of Science in Occupational Safety and Health Environment. Kanyanta Chanda, Diploma in Electrical and Electronics. Thomas Chanda, Diploma in Electrical and Electronics. Chisanga Chanda, Diploma in Electrical and Electronics. Alan Kufasha Shaka, Diploma in Information Technology. Mabin Mumba, Diploma in Electrical and Electronics. Stephen Sindano, Diploma in Information Technology. Mshakat Margaret, Diploma Psychology and Counseling. Mwanza Ruth, Diploma in Psychology and Counseling. Piri Prodius, Diploma in Psychology and Counseling. Ngambela Constance, Diploma in Safety and Health Environment. Lighton Chulu, Diploma in Information Technology. Zulu Masauso, Diploma in Psychology and Counseling. Piri Kenneth Ngomailile, Diploma in Psychology and Counseling. Malanda Vivian, Diploma in Psychology and Counseling. Kayaka Betty, Diploma in Psychology and Counseling. Maraki Chisenga, Diploma in Information Technology. Morgan Sonda, Diploma in Information Technology. In Nadjukunda Eric, Bachelor of Science in Computer Studies. Josephat Mwanda, Business Administration degree. Joseph Mwanza, Business Administration degree. Agnes Piri, Primary Teaching. Shadrach Tsanga, Diploma in Primary Teaching. Empri Mwaba, Diploma in Secondary Teaching, ICT and Civic Education. Kalunga Langwan, Master of Information Systems. Kenneth Banda, Bachelor of Arts with Education, Geography and Physical Education. Mleya Pelekelo, Bachelor of Science with Education in Computer Studies. Philemon Zulu, Diploma in Guidance and Counseling. Davis Mlenga, Bachelor's with Education in Mathematics with Education. Mwinde Siabulo, Bachelor of Education, Home Economics. Cynthia Lupampula, Aida Mwene, Secondary Diploma. Mweza Muntali, Secondary Diploma. Please, if you haven't heard of your name being called here, let me know very quickly. Do you kindly get ready for conferment by the conferring authority? May I present the graduates before you, sir? Manja! Manja! Congratulations to you all, brothers and sisters.
At this point, may I ask you to put your hands on the right side of the left side.
May take your seats. Thank you. Get settled quickly, graduates, congratulations. This point in time, may I take an opportunity to request the Zambia Police Service Brass Band to grace us with a nice melody before the vote of thanks on behalf of the graduating students, graduated or graduates. While the band is getting prepared to give us a melody, I would like to request all the graduates to stand up and, of course, pronounce the oath before the high table. All the graduates, please, may you stand up. This is the time that we have now to
commit ourselves. We now have to commit ourselves before the high table. We are giving an oath as part of wisdom and commit ourselves that we shall be doing our duties diligently without favor or fear.
Where's the As the presiding officer of the university, I will ask all of you graduates to follow this oath and you repeat after me. Is it clear? I'll read and you repeat after me. I begin. As a graduate of Gideon Robert University, I hereby promise to serve the great good of humanity by adding value in all my endeavors. To serve the great good of humanity by adding value in all my endeavors. I will act with utmost integrity, in ethical manner that protects and promotes the core values of the University of Gideon Robert University, namely excellence, quality, achievement, diversity, collaboration, and service. I will manage my profession in good faith, guard against decisions that advance my own narrow ambitions and selfish interests. I will endeavor always to protect other human rights in the pursuit of my duties. I will obey the laws of Zambia and to strive to serve my country to the best of my abilities, always seeking what I can do for my country and not what my country can do for me. And I will take responsibility for my actions, and I will strive to live by this oath I make today. This oath, make freely and upon my own. You may take your seats.
Thank you very much, Sir Vice Chancellor, for those rich words. Reading, they are words of wisdom. The words of wisdom shall guide us in our daily practices as we carry out administrative duties in our government offices, parastatal offices, in the society and community at large. We thank you. But may I say one thing before the Zambia Police Brass Band? I'm really touched with the thesis of Dr. Mukuka Moses. We have always found that most of us speak Bemba and we begin to insult each other, using Bemba language, using Bemba terms. I think that should be avoided. We should be able to use this language in a better manner. It's a very, very credible language. I've learned one or two things from that thesis. Thank you, my high table. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Mkuka. Thank you very much. Zambia Police saves brass band, sir. A nice melody to grace the event. Thank you. Thank you very much for that nice melody of blessings from the Zambia Police Saves Brass Band. Thank you very much. Thank you indeed. May I call upon very sorry, I would like maybe to apologize for those who haven't heard of their names. However, through the authority, before you, we had left out Chilombo Chikuta with a diploma of education IT. Please, never feel bad. Don't feel bad. May you stand up. We also have Stephen Piri. Stephen Piri, we are really, really sorry. I know I haven't requested for permission from the high table, but I feel heartbroken. It's not within our making. Very sorry, brothers. However, we welcome you. Very sorry, high table, for having left out some other brothers. Sorry, we really regret. While that is being done, the votes of thanks will be given by our good friend, a graduate by the name of Jessica Marifo, to get ready. Jessica Marifo, you will give us a vote of thanks on behalf of your friends, on behalf of your fellow graduates. Jessica, where are you? Can I see you standing? Very good. You can keep in position. Once this is done, you walk in. Very sorry once more, sir. May I present these graduates before you, sir, for conferment. Thank you.
By the issue of the authority vested unto me by the University Council, I hereby confer upon you individually the diploma of Eagle Robert University. Congratulations. And in the similar vein, may you feel your lessons likewise.
Congratulations, brothers, once more. Congratulations, you are not left out. Don't feel intimidated. You are one of us. May God bless you. Thank you. Madam Jessica Marifo, to give a thanks on behalf of the graduates. A hand, please. A hand, please. Would you kindly walk forward? That's good. That's Mzungu coming over there. A hand, please. What's such a jealousy? Shua manja futi.
Wow. Warm greetings, ladies and gentlemen, honorable members. Congratulations to my fellow graduates, I know this was a few years of a bumpy road, but we've made it. And I would like you all to be proud of yourselves. You have made it. Directly or indirectly, I'd like to say thank you on behalf of my fellow graduates to everyone that has walked side by side with us for this special moment. Once again, we can breathe. We've done it. I'd also like to say that from now onwards, as soon as we step foot outside, we have the responsibility to encourage future generations. We have the responsibility to pull everyone by the hand so they can one day stand on this stage and graduate just like we have. Thank you once again on behalf of all our graduates today. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Jessica. Thank you very much. I wish I had such a tongue, man. That's a good, nice tongue. Speaking English, that level is good. We'll be able to speak like that. I am Zungu person. Thank you very much. May God bless you as you join the society, as you, of course, establish yourself to great heights. Thank you very much. Congratulations, and congratulations to almost everyone in the house. Congratulations to you all. Thank you. This time around, may I take up an opportunity of calling upon the Vice Chancellor to constitute the closure of the meeting or the event.
Once again, congratulations to all graduates. We have had a good time, and as I said in my speech, go out there and serve and be good ambassadors for our university. We wouldn't like you to do anything to the contrary, otherwise you'll be putting our name at risk in terms of what we are. So go well and enjoy your stay and enjoy this weekend. Allow me now at this moment in time to dissolve the assembly. I hereby dissolve the assembly of the 6th graduation ceremony of the Gideon Roberts University. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Vice Chancellor, Gideon Roberts University. We are going to be guided by the Zambia Police Brass Band in the singing or enjoying of our national anthem. Whilst the high table will be leaving, we'll also be graced by our traditional dancers as the high table will be leaving the Marine Arena. May I have the Zambia Police Saves Brass Band in readiness for our national anthem as we celebrate together. Shall I have all the graduates and the audience together with the high table standing in readiness for the national anthem? Zambia Police Saves Brass Band, please. high table to be seated first. You may keep standing. May I seek for a permission to release the high table, while the graduates and the audience shall keep on standing. While the high table prepares to walk away from the podium, I would like also to request our traditional dancers to give us our last song. We may get seated. We may get seated as we follow our protocol. We may get seated as we follow our protocol of leaving the main arena. Please don't leave. Graduates, please don't leave. Get seated meanwhile. Manja, please, manja. Let's appreciate our brothers and sisters. Wow, that's nice.